Well, another update. Today is Sunday the 18th, about 7 o'clock. And so we got a few things done on the bed. We're starting to work on the bed now. But first off, on back the truck. Hood's back installed. Lights are back in. I redid the wiring. This all caught fire and the fire burnt up top and destroyed the harness. So just spliced it, put new connections on. All the way down, new connections. So that's safer. No more frayed wires. They're still working. They could short out, so that's fixed. I then went ahead and painted this rod flat black and new cotter pins, and yeah, that's that. The next thing is down below was the next thing to work on is the grill I talked about. First thing is these rods. I did flat black as well, primered and flat black. So that's now installed back in. The big thing is the grill. The grill was actually engine red, same paint red, or actually the same as my cowling here. This red. It was that nasty red. It's at this point nasty. I don't like it, but it's before it was nice. It's still nice patina, but it just didn't look right. The truck was originally burgundy red. Burgundy. These are all burgundy. Not the right code, not the right fade of burgundy. Because the dashboard, I never touched the dash. I don't plan to. But that dashboard is the original color of the truck. And that door too. So that shows the original color. So you're looking at that versus that. I mean, there's a hair darker tone to it. But it's a lot better than seeing red in here. So it's a little better where it should be. Anyway. I just did a wire wheel. Didn't do too much good job. But 1949 truck, nothing's perfect. I could have did a better job up here. I'm sure in my life I'll have stickers all around. I never know. At this point, I'm keeping the truck. I don't have no one wants to buy it, and I just keep going after it, keep adding to it. So I'm just gonna keep it at this point. Anyway, I didn't take the headlights out because it's a hassle, and you gotta readjust them, and they're fine as is. So I just wire wheel around it, painted it. Yeah. Big thing is, of course, is this, so it's more visual, better. Also, I painted this bracket, custom bracket for the radiator support. Painted that too, flat black. And this was white, now it's red. A little bit on and off if I want to paint my hardware to match the body or not. Watching one guy, of course, building Land Rover is a lot different than a Jeep, being aluminum and rivets. But I asked, like, if you're rivets, are you painting the rivets, touch-ups, make it match the paint? No, factory was never the same. Hardware separate from main paint. I don't know. The big thing is also, that's all painted. The walls are done too, and places that you don't see are done. I did notice I missed out painting that, but that shows patina and the wear of your thumb hitting it all the time. And after installing the grill and the hood, and now this thing actually works. I could shut it and actually use this. When I first bought the truck, it worked, but then afterwards I restored it, and I never could actually use this. Just didn't want to work. So I put these on, and they're good for safety for high speeds, but this truck never had those, always had this, so at least now they both work. Anyway, that's that. Frag trim out, took the mount off, put that back on. My electric fan, that was just bare aluminum, painted so it at least matches, looks a lot better. And then that's about all I did down there. As for the fan supports, I just painted aluminum, looks a little better. Just minor details. But I still gotta wire up all my fan wire there. I still gotta wire up my winch, and then all the headlights. Get those wired up. Now I'm starting to feel a bit afraid. I probably will pull the headlights out eventually, probably Thanksgiving time and on Black Friday savings. I did order LED headlights for my other previous Jeep restoration. I never used them. Because they are 7-inch, they will fit, but the CJ buckets, the trucks, whatever, are not square or deep enough. So I don't feel like hacking it up. Try to fit a TJ headlight into a truck. And so I'm gonna just look at the Jeep groups and forums and see what LEDs they went with, what brand that fit this housing. So unless if I can't, then I'll go whatever I find and use that Jeep style, the 90s or 80s, and put it on and custom mount it. But rather not. The big thing is why? Because these wires are original. They're starting to frayed. I'm wearing that here, but they're about to short out here too. I'll put some new heat shrink on top, but still, eventually that's gonna fail. So, yeah, it's about all there to talk about. I did put new spark plug wires on. Trying to solve out, there's an issue here. And again, I'm driving it, we fixed my idle, but driving it, it still stutters. That's the word. So, stuttering in first gear between not hitting the pedal to you hit 25% down the pedal, 2 inches down before you hit the floor. It stutters. And once you just step on it, it runs as it should. So I don't know. I don't notice it in other gears, but Grandpa noticed it in second and third gear as well. I just am so far away, engine's so loud, I don't hear it. I don't feel it, but it's stuttering in some reason. So he says, you're probably cross-firing your spark plugs. And so I put new spark plugs on. I have them, so put them on. And I'm glad I did. Know it a lot better, a lot safer, a lot more stronger on. Went for a test drive and did not improve. It's still stuttering. On the way home from a friend's house, it's now misfiring. Number 3 spark plug was not tight to the spark plug. Didn't seat on all the way. So, I know, that was a quick fix there, but I don't know. I'm clueless in why it's stuttering. Other than that, my truck's great. Not flooding anymore. That's a huge thing. So, yeah, that's done. Let's move on to the bed. So we're done with the engine bay overall, except the stuttering issue. Steering block still needs rebuilt. We still need new shocks. That's about it for up here, besides glass and door handle locks. And then we're done there. Yeah. Hull EFI, we're not going to do it until I sell that CJ to Hoopty Red Stallion. So that sells, and I don't want to have some money. And then I'll buy EFI. Till then, no. There's no more shows going to. There's a show next Saturday, but unlikely to bring my truck. I'm just going to bring the cop car, drive myself, be a lot easier on myself for a 5-hour event. I'd love to show it off, but it's just a hassle to tow it. So I'm just going to bring my cop car, bring a few parts to sell, and that's it. And the shift tower that needs rebuilt. So the next thing is the back bed. Since our car lift table now works, had issues, fixed it. So now that's out of the way. It's all clean. The shop's cleaned up. Parts cleaners in the barn. Don't need that down here. So I got more space. So the bed's in here. I restored it, the whole truck, but never got to the belly or the inner fenders or the new hardware for the fenders because of time crunch. And I'm free on time. It's not snowing outside, so that's the last part of rust on my truck. It's not rotted, just surface rust. There's still one hole here. One hole there, and we're fighting also. There's that rust there, which I'm going to do an angle iron patch, being how thin that bar is. I need to replace totally. That's just a lot of work. And then, of course, bed pockets. And then I had a plasma cut that bolt off, so there's that. And a bunch of other bolts. That bolt's stuck in there. That one's stuck in there. That one's now roached. So, what of that to do? The nice thing, and the first thing I'm doing is take the fenders off. Get one off. This is the most abused one. I need a little metal work here. So I'm gonna do my best to cleaning it, get it in the bare steel for the inside. Leave the patina, but clean the inside out. And then I'm just gonna primer so it's not gonna surface rust as we're working on it. The areas that's already good, smooth that out a little bit. But right here, it's past my thickness. It's too thin to work with, so I'm gonna give this to a friend, have it worked on. It's probably spent $100 in his time. Get this one fixed. This one has a minor ding, it needs fixed, and it's got some bends here too, which I'm sure I could bend those out myself, but yeah, I'm gonna pay him to do that. So that's the fender repairs we need to work on. And when those are out being repaired, I can work on the bed itself. The nice thing is, where I bought my truck from, Bernie, he's selling his business and selling his parts and tools. He had a full sandblast unit for sale. It's not good. I mean, it's good for the whole thing, but sandblast nozzle. But what's that? A vacuum port. So this is where it blasts the sand out of. Here's your air that goes in, but this tube is a vacuum. So that recycles your sand. So you can pretty much do direct blasting. So blast where you want. Hey, it's blasted. But where's the sand? It's in the tube, recycling itself. So using that tool, first test we could do that's never been used, is to work on the whole belly of the bed and probably inner fenders. Dad doesn't want any dirt inside the sandblaster, so I might have to power wash this thing first before I do so, or does the wire wheel get the worst of it off? But yeah, at least that's gonna help me out a bunch. Yeah, get a wire wheel in here, a bit painful, but that nozzle might fit. Both there's tips you can put on. So that's the plan. That's what I'm working on next. It's nice having no deadline right now. The next deadline is probably May. So I can take my time here, do things right. But my big hassle right now is hardware. These are all 1/2 inch socket bolts, and I can't see. They all spin, but they're carriage bolts. So that's what I'm facing. I don't want to budge off without force, sawzall, grinder. So that's what I'm working on over here. My next hassle is this fender for those bolts there. And this bolt will come off. Actually, it's tight. That's where the pocket stick goes. This one just got stuck on there. So it's flat steel that goes there, so the pocket doesn't slide all the way out. And this piece of steel that broke off is the fender. So I'm gonna take that fender piece off, of course. And that is a welded on nut insert. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, these all need replaced. That's all galvanized, and they're all galvanized. So they all need redone. But anyhow, that's all I got for my quick update for the day. My friend that wants to trade Red Stallion for his Jeep CJ2A with a V6 Buick, he felt sick yesterday, so he never came. And of course, other people on Facebook say, "Oh, he didn't come. He didn't buy it. It's not off Marketplace." Well, I'd like to do the trade. It's a much better trade, but cash is nice. But my other problem is I don't have a title in my hand yet. It's in my name, but it's not, in my hand. So that's holding me up, where I can't buy whole. I can't buy anything else. Can't pay off credit card, so that thing sells until I have a title in my hand. So that's that. But all I got. I do need a new muffler. The muffler's pretty shot. U-bolts that hold it on. Exhaust clamps. Kind of crushed the tube wire where I can't put the exhaust back on. It's on enough, so it's quiet to dry, but at some point off-road, it's going to bounce and open headers. So that's that. What else? It's about over here. I got the hood scoop off that hoopty. Sold that today on eBay for not much money. Market's pretty dead. $60. I made $50 off of it, so for shipping. And I've been selling off my Tonka and model cars, 18 scale. They're cool cars. I'm keeping the ones I really love, but the rest just sell off. Might just break even, but hey, it's money in the bank versus money on the shelf. So, and then this guy's insurance, it's girl, Jenny, her insurance renews in a week, so I gotta pay $250 for that. I want to advance the rate of what it's worth, but it's just a hassle. I want every picture of every receipt. Oh, that's gonna go deep because the receipt book's this thick. So I'm not sure if I should just put receipt, picture, and then scan it in the computer. I should just use my phone. So it's like one picture with 5 receipts, so it's reduced. They want a picture for receipt for all the upgrades. Well, it's not really all upgrades, it's just repairs or things that needed fixed, or it's hard to put it in a way. A lot of it's just hardware. And why do you buy 2 mirrors when one broke? Anyway, that's what I got for you. So, alrighty, that's all.